On May 29, 2023, exactly 2 years ago, the Michael Okpara Square was filled to capacity as people from the state and beyond gathered to witness the swearing-in of His Excellency Dr. Peter Mbah'S as the fourth democratically elected governor of Enugu State.
I, Peter Mbah'S, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
We now have a new governor in Dr. Peter Mbah'S. Thank you.
Permit me to begin this address by expressing my immense gratitude to God. I'm also most grateful to the great people of Enugu State for the opportunity they have given me to serve them as their governor. I will forever be grateful to you for this honor. Let me also thank all those who contributed to the success of this governorship struggle. It began as a tiny conception, as small as a mustard seed. Today, it has acquired a life of its own. Today is a historic day in the life of Enugu. Again, Providence is placing Enugu State at the threshold of history. As offsprings and heirs of a great historic heritage, we are aware of our proud and lofty past. Right on this soil, our forebears worked relentlessly for the greatness of Nigeria. We are inheritors of centuries of pedigree of hardworking, industrious, and brave Igbo race. Our forebears toiled to produce the coal that powered Europe and grew her economy, extracting the black gold locked inside the bowels of the earth.
A few hours after assuming the office, Dr. Mbah'S signed an executive order declaring an end to sit-at-home order enforced by non-state actors with an avowed commitment to ridding the state of crime and criminality. To further express his determination to nip insecurity in the board, Governor Mbah built a world-class command and control center, not just bricks and mortar, but equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, accompanied with AI-embedded street cameras scattered all over the metropolis, and a procured security vehicles for the Distress Response Squad, DRS, also equipped with AI-embedded security cameras that can capture both the face and the number plate.
The Enugu State Command and Control Center is a logistical novelty built by cutting-edge innovation, comparable to what exists in more advanced countries. It was a moment of pride for us when it was commissioned in January to national acclaim by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Even when no security official is in sight, our round-the-clock surveillance system that covers our streets and across our entire state and neighborhoods still ensures strict vigilance. The ultimate goal is to nip crime in the bud. This crime-fighting device is complemented by the Distress Response Squad, designed to react swiftly to any security breach or threat of it. It is also further boosted by a large fleet of 150 security vehicles embedded with AI-enhanced cameras deployed across the state.
Expressing that he is in a hurry to develop Enugu, Mbah'S did not waste time to embark on massive infrastructural development in every sector. In the education sector, the Mbah'S administration, which allocated over 33% of the entire annual budget to education, initiated and embarked on the construction of 260 smart grade schools across the 260 political wards in the state. A system of education that allows children to be exposed to robotics, virtual and augmented realities, mechatronics, artificial intelligence, and many more.
And here we have 3 different hubs. This place we are here is called Imagination Hub. The second one is Digital Creativity Hub. And the third one is Mechatronics Hub. They have different skills. And when students come in here, they start with ideation. They start with creativity. They create something. They put heads together and come up with a prototype. Our next target is that we're printing robotic arm. It's over there. So when we go down there, I'll talk about it. So in this place, we have Imagination Hub. And in this Imagination Hub, we engage our students with virtual reality headsets. We teach them how to use this.
The smart green schools feature modern, digitally enhanced classrooms, experiential learning programs, and sustainable practices aimed at revolutionizing education by providing a technological advanced, engaging learning environment while promoting environmental awareness and the sustainability to equip the children formidably to be able to challenge the emerging world of technology. Mbah'S administration has continued to inject more funds into education system to facilitate training of teachers, payment of enhanced emoluments, and the rehabilitation of existing institutions.
Talking about computer, talking about artificial intelligence, talking about robotics, talking about all this. These children demonstrated these things in one of the days I visited that place. What came out of my mouth was just wow. These children demonstrated this traffic light that is here and there. These children demonstrated how they also manufacture their own traffic lights, how they also control traffic lights. And these children, the children we're talking about, these are pupil in primary and secondary school.
Peter Mbah'S did not just come out and contest for election. No, he thought of his dream for Enugu State, and he's actualizing it. When you go to smart school, see these children, people in primary school, basic 1, 2, 3, playing with computers. And he said that it must go round. Robotics, artificial intelligence, mechatronic, there are so many things that he has put in. He wants Enugu people to be technically okay, have that technology knowledge.
And life no easy, no be play. Every day I struggle, we dey find our way. Oluwa, I dey beg, make you hear my prayer, make you carry my load, no let me stray. Wahala no dey last forever.
there's something that you must all go home with from this, your boot camp, is the fact that your circumstance of birth does not determine your destination in life. What does that? It's your decision, the things you do. Because you could well be from a very wealthy family. If you don't have a clear vision, a clear plan as to where you want to end up in life, the fact that you have that background will not determine where you as an individual end. You must define clearly where you want to get to. Now, once you're clear in your head where you want to get to, then you can begin to talk about how. How do I get there? The how, in order for you to craft that, you need to understand where you are today. So you know you're at point A, and you want to go from point A to point D. If you are going to move from one point to another, you have to be extremely determined. You have to make some courageous moves. You have to imbibe the culture of hard work. Okay? There is no shortcut
When the
to
storm
it.
they blow, I no go fear. With Oluwa by my side, I hold him near. No matter the wahala, I go persevere. Hope they for tomorrow, that's my prayer. Wahala no they last forever. Oluwa ni mo fi gbogbo rẹ̀ lé. Ayé yìí no short we go.
Evident in the Enugu School of Nursing, which has been upgraded to the Enugu State College of Nursing Sciences (ESUT), and the securing accreditation for previously unrecognized courses. This upgrade has been a significant milestone achieved through substantial investments and accreditation from various bodies like the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria (NMCN) and the National Board for Technical Education. The college now offers programs leading to higher national diploma (HND) in nursing. The feat aims to enhance the quality of nursing education and improve health outcomes in Enugu State. Again, the governor also embarked on the construction of 260 Type 2 primary healthcare centers across the political wards in the state, equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities as well as 24-hour services to promote access to quality healthcare for the people with the aim of crushing mortality rate in the state. Also, Mbah'S administration will soon unveil a 300-bed international hospital to cater for the health needs of the people across the globe.
Maintained a private life and is actively involved in philanthropy.
Your Excellency, he is a governor with a difference, just as you are a governor.
To make Enugu a conferencing hub in the West African sub-region, Mbah'S aggressively moved to complete the long-abandoned International Conference Center (ICC) Enugu, which was commissioned alongside other milestone projects by Nigeria's President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on January 4, 2025, and has hosted several high-powered events Notably among them were the Forum of Former Legislators and the Enugu Tech Fest. Beside the ICC Enugu is an ongoing construction of a 5-star hotel aimed at attracting 3 million people annually, as his administration has committed to making Enugu a premier destination for tourism, living and investment. Mbah'S administration is revamping several tourist and recreational sites all over the state through the State Ministry of Culture and Tourism and the State Tourism Board, preparatory to the National Festival for Arts and Culture holding in November 2025 in Enugu. In sports, Mbah'S administration has commenced the rehabilitation of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium and a smaller stadium for sports development. You may recall that Enugu Rangers International Football Club lifted the Nigeria's Professional Football League (NPFL) trophy in 2024, while the state has also secured the hosting rights of the National Sports Festival in 2026.
We want to take this opportunity to thank Your Excellency for all the support, all the encouragement, all the facilitations that you've made for this team to achieve this.
Barrister Peter Mbah did not take Rangers as his pet. He took Rangers as his special pet, and he decided that Rangers must be excellent on and off the pitch. And for 2 years, a club that played away from home in the twinkle of an eye came back to the cathedral.
Rangers International transcends generations. It is a unifying factor for us. It's not just about winning a trophy. It is putting Enugu State in the hearts and minds of the people of this country.
Enugu State recently hosted the first Enugu City International Marathon, which recorded a huge success and has been declared an annual event by the administration of Dr. Peter Mbah'S.
The culture of sports and fitness. This is also one opportunity for our young people, particularly those who have talent in long distance running, to be able to discover themselves.
In the trade and investment sector, Enugu State government under Dr. Peter Mbah'S entered into public-private partnership with genuine investors and has signed a 100 billion naira deal with Pragmatic Palms Limited to resuscitate the moribund United Palm Products Limited in Enugu State.
Enugu is witnessing a rebirth, an industrial rebirth, right? And this whole concept, the narrative that casts Enugu as the city of the civil servants, is we want to banish that forever. We do not want, when Enugu is mentioned, we want people to have in their notion a city that is industrialized, a city that is welcoming to businesses. And essentially, when we talked about growing our economy exponentially, we also knew that that growth was going to come from the private sector. And we recognize that it won't be a chance occurrence. It has to happen with policies that are targeted to create the ease of doing business.
United Palm Products Limited was set up by the state government to plant palm trees and engage in production of palm products such as palm oil and kernel, among others. The firm is an offshoot of the now defunct Agricultural Development Corporation, established in 1970 by the then Eastern Region government, led by the then Premier Michael Okpara.
Truly delighted to be here to perform this groundbreaking and flag off ceremony of the Enugu United Palm Products Limited. This investment, as you have already heard, is an investment that will see the injection of 21.6 billion naira equity from the Pragmatic Palm Limited and another 65 billion naira in debt from the same Pragmatic Palms Limited. And of course, on the part of the state, the assets we are presenting and other associated activities that we are going to carry out would also see us having an equity of 13.4 billion naira.
Every day now I be late with a shameful decor. I for don't turn visitor, overstay my welcome, but I for chop fully so. Even my mama joy there, my grandma joy, my papa joy, but my shima comes first. Round and back, come to my doorstep. Like a rose, all of them are salted. Yeah, oh, give me money, make I one person. I know they carry kid we don't like shopping. Gucci, Fendi, Versace, Nike, she can't look sporty. She don't want to worry about
Niger Gas Limited was not left out in the PPP initiative, as the state government has demonstrated commitment to revamping the Niger Gas Limited, abandoned over 2 decades ago, to boost industrial gas and to create employment for the youth in the state. The Governor Peter Mbah'S administration awarded the contract for the revamping of Hotel Presidential, a premium hotel in the heart of the state's capital, and the Nickel Lake Resort Hotel.
And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know how I feel. Scent of the pine. You know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. I feel so good.
Having you here today with an investment size of 24 billion naira and having the state divesting its interest, its 60% interest in the Enugu Sunrise flour mill is a major milestone for us, because not only that we are revamping the Sunrise flour mill that has been moribund over the decades, but we're also now creating wealth. Enugu is actually ready for business, and we're committed to making, not just creating the environment for businesses to thrive, but to working with the investors to help them de-risk the investment and ensure that they grow their business.
Enugu State will no longer purchase asphalt, as the state now has its own asphalt plant, making it the only state-owned in the southeast. In the water sector, Mbah'S during the build-up for 2023 campaign promised in the Enugu that water will run within his 180 days in office, a promise he followed with every fiber of his being, and was accomplished. Though the feat is not fully achieved due to damaged pipes, the Mbah'S administration has started the removal and the replacement of the damaged pipes, which are close to 80% completion, to achieve the last mile initiative of pipe water to individual homes in Enugu.
The government procured equipment to replace the old ones in this station and in two other stations of this water scheme. The control panels have been procured to replace all these ones. If we go to the pump house, we can see the whole pumps there, and the electric motor has been dismantled to be replaced by the new ones procured by the Enugu State government.
Because I know we here, and the dear Beguketa, name my enjoyment. In the Nambada, near community, no number go near community, and doing your enjoyment in Ode, now Utosia chair in Kita, not Stala of in the way. The Abon Abbey had a gapo again, I gave me a quariaka.
Oh, Bumundo, Makala gave me a Bugomai, or Kachamuak. Governor
Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mbah. And make a land in my community today. No, I'm the only governor. My community, Mwitari Heneka, as a governor of the state. And me Vurukele, and I see ya. Kobini Gwechekwabe and Honor, Enugu State. Nyab governor bịara hicha ndị obodo anyị nya mmiri. Anyị ada anwụbu mmiri borehole, mana today n'Ozarowal Autonomous Community ga na-anwụ borehole.
In the transportation infrastructure, the governor disrupted the status quo through the procurement and arrival of 3 aircraft for the state-owned air fleet, making Enugu the second state in Nigeria to have an aircraft after Akwa Ibom, as well as the ultra-modern bus terminals initiative located at Holy Ghost, Nsukka, Gariki, and Ababa in the first phase, while 9th Mile, Owo, and others would come in the second phase. And to put a new wine into a new wine scheme, the governor has procured over 200 CNG buses and electric cars to entrench a low transportation system and facilitate interstate transportation.
Have either been completed or in active progress towards completion. I saw, for example, this magnificent International Conference Center. I saw an array of CNG buses at Opera Square. I saw the Green School at the Technical College. I gathered that the governor's plan is to replicate these schools in every constituency, electoral constituency in Enugu, and I'm told there are as many as 260 of them. I was also able to visit a modern, state-of-the-art bus station, the Holy Ghost Terminal, too. So I would say that Governor Peter Mbah is genuinely transforming Enugu into a hub of industrial, educational, and agricultural innovation.
For the first time in history, we have never enjoyed the good road here. So Peter Mbah is number one. Only in 1 minute, I will open like an artist street light.
On the road infrastructure, the governor has aggressively embarked on massive road construction spanning across every part of the state metropolis. Notably among them are the Owo, Obaho, Amankani, Iken Carriageway, Abapa, Ugogo, Opinsoka Dual Carriageway, and the 9th mile Udi Ezago Molopa Road, as well as the ongoing construction of 141 roads, and has also penciled down additional 159 roads to be constructed before the end of the year.
We want to ensure that you have access to every basic amenities, that things that others have access to, things like paved road, water, electricity. I want to tell you that you're the only reason we exist. The only reason, our primary purpose for being in government is to serve you. What we are doing here today on this Ologo Street is just symbolic. Ologo is just one road. There are also other connecting roads around Ologo, which is on again, what lot? I think that is lot 12. Lot 12. So you have several streets on that lot that would essentially ensure that we're not just paving Enugu, but all the connecting roads.
The State Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mbah, have approved through the Executive Council 141 urban roads and 20 more rural roads. We are happy and we are praying that we shall partake in one of these roads.
That time.
For winning the election and seeing his heart, he has a magnificent heart. We are begging him to come into this project and help us to achieve our dreams.
Governor, in no less than 3 weeks, everywhere. Peter Mbah'S Waka, you'll be talk and do governor.
He has also reformed the taxation system, which has led to unprecedented improvement in the internally generated revenue as the state is gradually moving from the $4.4 billion economy inherited by Mbah'S administration to his projected $30 billion economy. This significant increase in the IGR is largely the backbone and a pillar of the numerous completed projects, ongoing projects, and other projects to be initiated as Mbah'S administration continues. In the media sector, Dr. Peter Mbah'S has invested hugely in the state-owned broadcast media outfit, the Enugu State Broadcasting Service (ESBS), as he recently procured ultra-modern digital equipment for the station. The ESBS can now boast of a brand new television studio and a master control room (MCR), as well as a revamped radio studio with more facilities to come.
When we came on board in July, that's when I resumed, in July of 2023. ESBS was in dire straits. There were quite a number of things that were wrong, particularly in terms of the infrastructure and the technical aspects of our transmission. But once I had the opportunity to be briefed about what was going on and charted a kind of pathway forward about how we were going to go about it. And once I had been able to brief His Excellency, he said, look, avail me of what are the things that you need, and we'll take it gradually. Of course, you are not the only sector that needs funds, but we will do our best for you. And between then and now, during this almost 2-year period, His Excellency has been quite magnanimous, even when we have had setbacks. For example, when we were visited by hoodlums who cutted away some of our feeder cables in November of 2024, the governor again came to our rescue very speedily too, and he's been quite wonderful to us. Over the last 2 years in ESBS, we've had the opportunity of doing quite a bit of revamp, reconstruction, and facelift, if you like, starting from outside. I mean, anybody coming into ESBS from outside will see that the building where you and I are talking in has been painted, has been repainted, and from the records that I have, there has been no such thing done almost since the establishment of the institution, since the building was commissioned in 1982. Then if you come into the building, I'm proud to say that today we have a brand new TV studio, state of the art, comparable to anything you have anywhere else, both within and outside the country. Here, along with an accompanying master control room, because every studio is supposed to come along with a master control room. And before that, we had done a revamp of our FM, Sunrise FM 96.1. Those who know what it looked like before know what it looks like now. And they have had quite a number of people who are coming to visit to say, is this really still ESBS and so on. But that's basically just some of what we are expecting to do in terms of infrastructure. And then, of course, His Excellency was also quite magnanimous. When we resumed, there was about 8 years arrears of outstanding pensions due to pensioners, gratuities, and then even promotions for the staff who were currently working. If my records serve me right, from about 2016, there had been no promotions and no real explanation as to why. And when we presented His Excellency with the issue, he said, is there any reason why they were not promoted? We said there was none on record. We couldn't come up with any. And he said, oh, do the documents. I'll approve it. And he did. In December of 2024, about 44 people out of our staff strength of about 45. So only one person, was not an immediate beneficiary of the exercise. Some of them got 2, some got 3 promotions, depending on where they were at the time the promotions stopped coming. And that has had an immediate impact on motivation, on the workforce, their attitude towards the job, on their willingness to come to work and try to put in their best. We, of course, are one of the very few organizations within the government structure that has a second category of workers, guest artists, who we are also pursuing to see how we can improve their welfare as much as possible. And again, here, His Excellency has been quite magnanimous to us. He has allowed us to continue to pay the emoluments of such people instead of the original idea, which was being floated at a point, that perhaps we should dispense with their services. He did it, and he made it clear that it was not going to be one of the hallmarks of his administration to let anybody go, because, like him, we all know what it's like for you to be out of work. In total, where we are at a 2-year point with regards to ESBS is that it's a work in progress. The studios are ready. We would, by the special grace of God, get a date from His Excellency for the commissioning. There are other things about to happen with reference to our premises. We're going to redo the external part of the premises. When it's done, to the glory of God, everybody will be quite happy. That is the magic that is Dr. Peter Mbah. And I know that he's not only doing that for us, he's doing it in every other sector. He's also helping out even the private media organizations in one way or the other to ensure that they keep running, they're viable. So we expect there to be more coming, even as we thank him for what he has done for us so far. With God, all things are possible. God willing, in another 2 years, ESBS will be comparable both in terms of equipment, in terms of work environment, in terms of emoluments to any other broadcast organization within its environment. So, let me not be over ambitious. So let me say that it will be commensurate with anything that anybody else in Enugu State can get, and possibly actually in the southeast. We all know what the economy is like. Things are not exactly smooth sailing, and we bear that in mind each time we are making demands, each time we are trying to implement projects or ideas. We don't want a situation where we appear to be excessive in either our demands or in our expectations. But the governor has always told me that, look, whatever you think that we should do, we can do. And it may take a bit of time, but we will do it. I mean, these studios that we talk about today have been a year in the making, but finally we've got them. And they say good things come to those who wait. So we've got them. But in 2 years' time, I see an ESBS that is significantly different.
Mbah was the first governor in the southeast to implement 80,000 naira as the new minimum wage for state workers, which is above the national minimum wage of 70,000 naira after several months of paying the workers 25,000 naira wage award in addition to their various salaries in order to cushion the negative effect of the fuel subsidy removal by the federal government.
The only governor that when they talk of minimum wage, while others promised 70,000, Peter Mbah promised 80 and he's paying it. He's not owing workers.
Also, Mbah'S administration has commenced the payment of gratuity to workers who recently retired from the civil service, as well as pensions to the retirees. The Enugu have been in several fora, thank God for the gift of Governor Peter Mbah, who they describe as a magician in all ramifications.
Enugu in the last 3 years, you see there's a very big gap and a very big difference from what we used to have and what we are having now. At least in every single ward in Enugu State now, every single ward, there's construction, there's projects going on in every particular ward in Enugu State. And not only that, in agricultural business, there's a infrastructure business in road networks. When you come to a smart school in education, there's smart school in all the world. So we are with the youth, looking at what he has done in just 2 years. His work is speaking for him. As everybody here is already know that Peter Mbah is going for second term. What we are talking about is for God to give him good health to continue his good work. We're not even debating whether he will come back again. But if you vote against Peter Mbah, it's as good as well as voting against progress. It's as good as voting against good governance. It's as good as voting against our smart school development. It's as good as voting bad network if we vote against him.
Mbah has done so much. Like when we get in health in our medical outreach, it was to key into the excellencies of values, and aspirations for the Enugu. I earlier mentioned that the excellency has done so much. If we have to talk about health, there are so many things he has done in the health sector. For instance, the excellency has engaged, the elephant healthcare, to digitalize over 60 primary healthcare and over 40 secondary healthcare with internet facilities. This is what we call digital health revolution. So His Excellency in the area of security, he has done more. He has done more than, because you look at our distress response squad, look at the cameras in Enugu. Of course, I want to talk about 180 days which he promised we to give us potable water, which that promise has actually fulfilled. A lot of things have happened. I want to talk about the infrastructure, roads. A lot of things he's doing in Enugu. And with Enugu Innovative Youth, deem it feel that we can only but partner with good governance. We can only but partner with a man who has come out to sacrifice, things for the good and betterment of Enugu.
I got goons from the left, goons from the right. Pull up on the roads with a bad chica. Emanamuna gada chikwa. Yeah. I got goons from the left, goons from the right. Pull up on the roads with a bad chica. Emanamuna gada chikwa. I'm a pocket looking gigantical. No sales, so I never die. I'm a man, I da chikwa. Emanamuna gada chikwa. But I'm still writing my article. No sleeping on a bicycle. And I give thanks, show gratitude. But I'm
Still a nigga with an attitude. I'm a man who but if you run up on you any day, so if you much about you change, no fuck up another man daily bread. Then me they throw me shots like NBA. Man, you they go have all need it. Too many struggle men who they weave. But do I cover me for any days? Brother man, I never.
Tomorrow is here speaks to the immediacy of our actions. It means that we do not have room to procrastinate. We have to get done today what needs to be done. We cannot push for tomorrow what we could accomplish today. And then the second thing tomorrow is here speaks to is also the fact that the tomorrow we aspire to live in or we want to achieve, the things we want to achieve.
Oh no.